Hello and welcome to another episode of Live at Evolution. I'm your host, Jevin Lefebvre, and today we have a very special group of guys who've drawn inspiration from pop punk, EDM, 80s synth pop, hip hop, and everything in between. Vancouver indie pop band, RoyalOak. Thank you for joining us today, guys. How are you doing?
We're great.
Yeah, we're awesome. Thank you for having us.
Yep. Happy to be here.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't be more excited to do this show and get the episode going. So how about we kick things off with a song?
Just jump into it.
Great.
That sounds awesome.
Austin, what song are we playing?
I believe this is I think it's our most streamed song on streaming platforms. Single we put out back in 2021 called "Steal My Hoodie."
Yeah. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Met you in the springtime. Must have knew you in a past life. Now we're trading keys, got a drawer for your things, and we're looking at apartments. Say you never seen The Office. Is it even still on Netflix? You're kicking it in my house, sitting on the couch, and we're putting on the pilot. There's a voice inside my head. It's saying, get it right, get it right, right, get it right, get it right, right. When we're all alone, I'm singing, get out of your jeans, sit with me. Pouring out the glass, we're tipsy, yeah. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I love it when you steal my hoodie. I'll even let you choose the movie, yeah. On Sunday, Bailey's in the coffee. You in my right hand, boom as a mic stand, dancing to Billy. Tell me about your dream last night, 'cause I love it when you speak your mind. And I do anything to keep you on the love seat with me. There's a voice inside my head. It's saying, get it right, get it right, right, get it right, get it right, right. When we're all alone, I'm singing, get out of your jeans, sit with me. Pouring out the glass, we're tipsy, yeah. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I love it when you steal my hoodie. I'll even let you choose the movie, yeah. When I close my eyes at night, I'm thinking, get it right, get it right, right, get it right, get it right, right. Tell me how to get so late, I'm falling in love with the idea of waking up with you, with you. Get out of your jeans, sit with me. Pouring out the glass, we're tipsy, yeah. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I love it when you steal my hoodie. I'll even let you choose the movie, yeah. Yeah, yeah, ooh, oh, I can see the way you love me. Every time you bring me coffee, yeah. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I love it when you steal my hoodie. We can watch an 80s movie, yeah.
Round of applause. That was Steal My Hoodie by RoyalOak here on Live at Evolution. To get the episode started, how about we go around and introduce ourselves?
Me first? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
You
go
first,
Go
please.
for it.
I'm Brayson Wong. I'm the bass player of the group.
My name is Miles Philpott. I am the drummer of the group. Also do some backing vocals as well.
I'm Austin Ledyard. I am lead singer, keys, and guitar. Basically, whatever calls for it, I do it.
And I'm Michael Cradgel, and I play the guitar, and yeah, whatever else we need.
We're here to help each other out.
I love that. I love that. So you guys have been buddies for a long time. What's the origin story of Royal Oak?
T-ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it started with, I don't know. I feel like we tell the story different every time, but like it kind of starts with, I believe me and you were on the same T-ball team, or was it the three of us? We can never remember this part.
Yeah.
At some point, we were either all on the same T-ball team. I was definitely on a team with you,
Yes.
and that's where it kind of started. We weren't musicians or anything. Me and Brayson became friends like early on. I guess we all kind of
We all
were
did.
friends, but like
Except
me and
for-
Brayson-
Yeah, not me. I'm just sitting here
Yeah.
pretty.
We'll get to him later.
except for Mike. But then, except for Mike, but you know, he comes in.
I
later.
found my way. I'm sure I played you in T-ball, like a rival team.
That's
yeah.
That's our true origin
That's
story.
true.
Yeah. Mike was just always the final T-ball boss.
Yeah, but fast forward, our families were friends and stuff. And when we were 8 years old, I started playing drums when I was 8. Then I went up to. Actually, I love it when you tell this part. So I want you to.
Yeah,
I want you
Brayson,
to
you do
pick
it.
it up.
Miles was playing drums and he was like, we should start a band. I was like, okay, what do I do? And he's like, why don't you play bass? And I didn't know what a bass was at that time. And now it is my profession.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
True.
And then yeah, you guys played for what or why? I met these guys in high school. In grade 9, we did like a Soundgarden cover band. That was like the
Yes.
first time I played with you guys. And then eventually you need a fill-in guitar player, and I was the guy. And then I became a non-fill-in guitar player.
Yeah. So
And, yeah,
essentially, we were a trio first. The three of us. We're called the Reprise back in the day.
Yeah.
Played some
Long time
dad
ago.
rock. Our dads loved our music. Not so
no one else.
I mean,
Now they just support us.
Now they just support us. And then we brought it. We had a first guitar player. Then we changed the name. Guitar player didn't work out. And then Mike came in and worked out.
Here we
Here
are.
we are.
So why the name Royal Oak?
Austin?
Okay. This is going to be the most anticlimactic name origin reveal ever. So when we were in the process of changing the band name, I was on the way home from school. I was on the SkyTrain, and I just like fell asleep because that's kind of my MO.
That's your
naps.
shtick.
That's what I do. So after I fell asleep on the SkyTrain, I woke up at RoyalOak Station and looked up and was like, yeah, that's not bad. I just texted the group and I was like, hey, what do you guys think of the name Royal Oak? And everyone was like, it's fine. And then it stuck.
Here we are.
I love that. I love that. So, when developing the band, did you backpack off any band to try and get your sound? Like, did any other band like motivate you, or?
I think we had a lot of influences. Starting off, we were doing a lot of like, we weren't doing prog, but we were very inspired by prog and weird time signatures. But musically, I think we were all like big fans of like We Are the City, which is like a Kelowna band, and Local Natives.
For me, I feel like the first big one was Kings of Leon.
Kings of
though.
Leon.
I was gonna say,
Early
yeah.
Kings of Leon.
Like
yeah,
the
big time.
early Royal Oak days, Kings of Leon was huge.
Yeah.
And you can hear it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. I love that. So, how about we get into a second song of the evening?
Yeah.
Why don't we do
perfect.
a mildly Kings of Leon era inspired song?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
What a
This is
segue.
from our first ever album, released in what, 2015?
2015.
Yeah.
We haven't played this song in like, how long has it been?
Years.
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's been long. Yeah, this like Miles said, this is from our debut album, which is funny to say. This song is called Day One.
Well, I worry a lot. I beat myself senseless over one little thing. It's hard to live up to your standards when there's so much you expect. The time has passed and taken me far, but now I'm scared it falls apart again. Yeah, again. My heart is true and so are you, but if it's never meant, what has it meant to you? To you.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
That was day one by RoyalOak here on Live at Evolution. What a performance.
Thanks, man.
You guys got to play that more.
Well, I mean,
It was one of our favorites.
It was. And also when we were doing this, because we got together last night to throw all this acoustic style together, and we were like, this is
It's a lot of
dope.
fun.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
It's funny because I feel like it really like harkens back to those, like everything you said, like the prog influence, like the whole song is very like 7/8, like it's got that kind of lilting rhythm. And I feel like it just doesn't quite fit with the set that we have now, which is just like dance songs. Like watching crowds try to dance to that back when we were in like our middle period. And we were like playing songs from both eras. We were like,
And also picking up on that, circling back to what you said, because you said you seek inspiration from other bands. We should probably be more current with that as well, because we also said like We Are the City. I feel like nowadays we just kind of take all of our own tastes and huck them in a blender.
I feel like nowadays we just listen to podcasts and then whatever comes out of our brain.
We play podcast pop. That's our genre.
It's everything like EDM, R&B influences, emo even.
I don't know if we have much overlap in what we listen to be honest.
Yeah,
anymore.
a lot of us listen to very different things.
Yeah.
Well, you guys just released a new project back in January, A Song for You EP.
Yes.
How did that come together?
Well, first off, it's a single as a part of an album. So what we're doing is we're releasing a bunch of singles from an album until it turns into an album. So it's not technically an EP, but it does show up as on Spotify as an EP.
Yeah.
So this would be the 5th song from that album coming up. What was the question? Where did it come from?
Like, how did the whole thing come together? Like,
That was Aussie's production. He kind of came to us with this song.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Normally when I go about just like creating demos and things like that, I just pick the first name that comes off the top of my head and then name the project file that. So I called that one Bow Wow. I don't know why. There's no dog sounds in it. But yeah, essentially I had written that I think like some point in like early mid 2020 or something like that. And then eventually when we were We normally kind of throw around ideas. Hey, who's got ideas for songs? I demoed out pretty much a lot of like the actual song itself. So I just hucked it to the guys and said, hey, what do you think? And they said, yeah. And now it's out.
And now it's out. And now it's out on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all those things. And that's kind of how we've approached all the singles. Because you said, how did the project come together? It's kind of all the singles together is making up the project that we're going to release later in the year.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of been similar, like whether someone brings an idea and then we just kind of write around that. And then we go to Austin's house and build and make it.
Sit in the basement and eat popcorn and write the rest of the song. Yeah.
But mostly eat popcorn.
That kind of goes into my next question about like the writing process for singles and everything like that. Is it different every time, or what? Is there kind of a routine?
It said it isn't. Like, I feel like for this whole project, a lot of the way we wrote it was like pandemic style, like where we were just like quarantine, everything was over Zoom, and we would like, someone would come with an idea and Austin would like share his screen and it would be like lagging and like not everyone could hear it the same. But we would do this thing where we were coming up with melodies and we would all just mute ourselves. Yeah. We'd set a 5-minute timer and then like we would all just like try and sing melodies at home, and then we'd come back after 5 minutes and like kind of share what we had. And I think to be like a fly on the wall in those Zoom recordings would be so funny because it's just like the four of us going mouthing muted. But that's where a lot of it came from. And then when we finally were able to get back into the room together, we kind of like started to, I don't know, be more productive, like actually piece things together.
Yeah, and we didn't have to do, 5-minute mute sessions where everyone's humming to themselves and doing like an audio recording into their phone. Then everyone's like, okay, it's not the best, but how does this sound?
Like, wait, I forgot what I was singing.
And it's changed a lot too. Like it used to be we just go to my house, go into the jam space and just play until something happened. Yeah. And now it's usually someone will bring a hook, an idea, a fully fleshed song, or sometimes just a chord progression, and then it goes from there.
That's actually interesting because like the first "Steal My Hoodie" came from one of our last jams, and that is, I think, the last song that we ever did jamming in the basement before we did it all on Zoom.
End of an era.
That, actually,
it's like that thing where it's like you don't know the last time when you go to the playground until you grow up.
Oh, you pick your child up for the last time. You never know which time it is. Yeah, that was our child. Like that was our last child.
Has that kind of evolved from since you started? Like, was it really rough when you guys were starting out on like writing process, and you've kind of gotten into a rhythm now? Or
I think our writing process when we started felt very organic musically. I think where we lacked was lyrically. It was sort of an afterthought.
Yeah,
I think being on Zoom together really kind of forced us to put lyrics first in a way, because we're all sitting at the computer with like an open Google Doc, just like trying to write the best lyrics and making fun of each other for bad lines. And
oh my god, some of our Google Docs, oh man, don't want to open those.
You'll just toss it over. We'll make it the thumbnail for the video.
I mean, if there's one of our, we actually posted one on Instagram as part of like
the one with the minion. Oh no, that was different. I just outed us. Oh man,
I wasn't gonna say it.
There was one with like a minion, and then someone put a yellow border around it, and so for a while that was like the National Geographic Minion song.
Yeah.
I don't know what song that is now.
It was Murph's.
Run Into the Night. Yeah.
Run Into the Night.
Oh no, that's calling it Murph's is outing us in like a completely different way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We like to have fun.
Oh, I love that. Well, why don't we have some more fun here with another song?
Sure.
Fun.
What do you want to play?
Livewire. That's fun.
Livewire is fun.
Let's do Livewire. Yeah.
Livewire?
Yeah. So this one's called Livewire. This was the song off of our 2017 album Pretend.
No, Younger.
No. Oh, Younger. All right. Okay. Sorry. That's why I have them here. I am the most likely to get things wrong. I am the unreliable narrator. One thing I will say though, just before we go into the song, this song's interesting because when we completed Younger, when we completed Younger, the song was actually probably our least favorite until it got mixed, and then it kind of became, I would say, the good favorite.
Yeah, I would say
so. This song really turned itself around. So we really enjoy playing this one now, unlike when we didn't enjoy recording it. Anyhow, enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
She's a live wire. She's that little thing you can't recall. Doesn't mean nothing to you. She's a white liar. She's a sharp knife, cuts through it all. If you only knew. It was love, it was real, it was not enough. Couldn't help but to find just some bit more than you could chew. Though the things you say don't matter anyway. She left that boy when we were 17. So wait, if I told you things would never really work out fine, would you ever see the way that it would fall in line? And I know it hurts to watch it all crash at once. Well, it's nothing to me. Did you feel tension in the air when she walked into the room? The things you say don't matter anyway. She sits and stares alone at 23. So wait, if I told you things would never really work out fine, would you ever see the way that it would fall in line? And I know it hurts to watch it all crash at once. Well, it's nothing to me. Told you things would never really work out fine. Would you ever see the way that it would fall in line? And I know it hurts to watch it all crash at once. Well, it's nothing to me. Would never really work out fine. Well, there's nothing to me.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
That was Livewire by RoyalOak here on Live at Evolution. I'm your host, Jevin LaFave. You guys have been on tour a couple times, once through Western Canada, another throughout Canada. Mm-hmm. The first time you went on tour, how much did it help you like kind of come together, grow as a band, externally, internally? Like how much did it help?
I mean, I think that was our, it was kind of our trial run to see if we are
compatible.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the litmus test for whether we'd kill each other on a longer tour or not. It was kind of like the tour with training wheels, to be honest, because it wasn't in comparison to other tours that we've done. It was a lot shorter in comparison. Also, there was a lot more like downtime between shows. So yeah, it was kind of just getting our feet wet in terms of touring. So I think, first of all, it was just a really good bonding experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for us it was almost like summer vacation. That first, like we bought the biggest van we could find, which was a huge mistake. Yeah. And then we like filled a quarter of it and then filled the rest of it with like beer and camping supplies. And then like we'd play a couple shows and then we'd camp for a couple of days and we'd play a couple, like it was a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. And then that sort of transitioned to like, I think the other tours that we did were like so much more serious. Like they were like,
yes,
like we traded the giant van for a minivan. We were way more practical, even if it was a little cramped.
We got rid of like most of our gear. We were using amps at the time, and then we just kind of switched to using no amps and just monitoring ourselves right in our ears, which was saved like most of the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 guys in a minivan. You can tell how much space we saved.
That was really tight. That
should
second tour.
Yeah. Should also note quickly, just because you said 5 guys in a minivan, there's 4 of us. We'd bring our friend Luke Tochkin with us on tour, and he would be like moral support roadie, and he's basically like our 5th Beatle. So we can't say 5 guys in a van without bringing him up and giving him a shout out.
Shout out Luke Tochkin.
Was going on tour like everything you expected, or what were some things that kind of caught you by surprise?
Oh my goodness. Where do we start with that?
Yes and no.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing, the biggest wrench in the whole touring thing was when our van broke, I would say, right? That was and it's classic, right? Oh, you always hear the tour van breaks down. Wow.
Can we tell that? We can tell that story. Do we have time?
Yeah.
It's a
We
kind
can
of
condense it, I think.
Yeah, okay, we can condense it. So we were driving up to Coquihalla, and then our minivan starts smoking out the back. And like, what is going on? And then I think the transmission fluid just kind of fell out of the.
Yeah.
We stopped to be like, why is it smoking? And when we parked, we just heard like,
Yeah, well, it's funny because before that even happened, we pulled up. We hadn't even played a show yet, and we were at your aunt's house in Kelowna. And we pull up to the house, and then we're like, oh, red fluid on the car. Not so great. Look at it, red, transmission fluid, not good. So we're like, okay, next morning, take it to a mechanic. They tighten things up, run it. They're like, oh, it's fine. We're like, sick. We're set. And then what he just said happened after that happened. And then so we pulled over, and all the transmission fluid just out the bottom of the car. I'm like, okay, we just got to get to Castlegar, 27 more kilometers. Start her up, doesn't even move.
Yeah.
And then so
And you 2 had to hitchhike.
So we hitchhiked with no service. We're like, we have BCAA. We're perfect. We're prepared for this kind of thing. No service. So we hitchhiked into Castlegar, got the BCAA tow truck to pick us up, bring us back to the van, towed the van back, along with our friend Kelsey, who lived in Castlegar, also came, helped us. Yes. And then took the van to the mechanic. They were like, I don't know, nothing's wrong with it. Topped it up.
The Kelowna people.
And then we were like, okay, well, this time we're going to be prepared. So we went to the Canadian Tire in Castlegar, and we bought all of their transmission fluid and a little pan. I don't know. Yeah, an oil pan. I almost said bed pan. It was basically a bed pan for the car.
Yeah.
And we noticed that anytime we stopped was when the transmission fluid would leak. So every time the van would stop, whoever's in the passenger seat would get out with the oil pan and slide it under the van and wait until the light went green. And we were like, we can do that till Calgary.
This is true, by the way. Yes. There was one time where there was construction. It was Austin's turn, and they were literally paving the road. So it was like a freshly paved road, and Austin's like, my knees, I can't.
I straight up burnt my knees trying to save transmission fluid, and then once the traffic would move, you'd have to sit with the oil pan on your lap, with it just going, like full of just transmission fluid, and then eventually when we had a period to stop, we'd pop the hood, we'd get the funnel. Yeah, and then we'd be like, keep driving.
Yeah, but we made it.
We made it to Calgary. We replaced our transmission.
Yeah.
And we went on. So was tour what we expected, which was the original question? Yes, because it was very expensive because we had to replace our transmission along with a bunch of other things.
Yeah. I mean, there's also good stuff that came with touring too. Like the people you meet. I mean, I say that like, however, there's good stuff. It was mostly a good experience.
Yeah.
Like we've made so many good friends that we've seen just like touring again or visiting Toronto or just
that's the best part.
Yeah, it's all about the people, meeting people and just making new fans and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Well, let's keep those good vibes rolling right now. Let's play. Let's get a 4th song going up in here.
Let's roll.
Let's do Mistakes.
Yeah.
In honor of that tour.
In honor of the tour with the van that crapped itself.
Yeah. Should we put this in honor and tell the name of the van?
I don't think we can.
I don't know if we can.
Right.
So this one just goes out to the van.
To the van.
All right.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4.
On the dark side that I've been chasing, you shed the whiskey on my breath with masturbation. Now you're right there, what you can't see. I thought I lost you, but you're coming right back to me. Well, Well, I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, well, I'm not here to pretend. Well, I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, but you're not seeing me again. I take back the words that I can't erase. Give you all the times that I can't replace. You know that we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I see you come around here often, it's another day. You fade away. I still remember when you told me that you need me here, but then you disappeared. Oh, well, I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, now I make the best of every situation. Well, I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, this temptation keeps on turning me round. I take back the words that I can't erase. Give you all the times that I can't replace. You know that we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I take back the words that I can't erase. Give you all the times that I can't replace. You know that we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, no. I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, well, we're not here to pretend. I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Well, I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, well, we're not here to pretend. I tried and I tried and I tried. Whoa, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I take back the words that I can't erase. Give you all the times that I can't replace. You know that we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I take back the words that I can't erase. Give you all the times that I can't replace. You know that we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Try to we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Try, whoa. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Try, that we all like to make mistakes. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You know that we all like to make mistakes. You know that we all like to make mistakes.
Well done.
Thanks.
That was Mistakes by RoyalOak here on Live at Evolution. You guys headlined just over a month ago the Cobalt back on February 3rd and Emo Night Vancouver at the Red Gate Art Society on March 18th, just a few days ago. So it's nice to see you guys get back on stage and everything like that. Do you guys have anything new coming up, whether it's singles, tours, whatever?
As for shows, we don't have. Well, we're doing a Canada Day thing.
We're doing
Yeah,
Canada
a
thing.
Canada Day thing.
Yeah, anything recent? Not really, because me and this guy are leaving for a while.
Yeah, you're having a vacation.
Little vacation. So there's a lot of stuff in the works, as always. We'll definitely have some stuff in the summer, some festivals.
I think
Cool
we'll
shows like
probably
that.
get it. We'll get a show going in the summer, I would say.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. We won't be quiet for too long.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna put a single pretty soon.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are in the process of just of wrapping up putting another single under our belts.
Yeah.
So.
And I know it's kind of wishy-washy answers, but if you want to stay updated, we're on social medias.
Yes.
Social medias.
All of the
Multiple
social medias.
social
Yeah.
medias.
All of
We
them.
are.
At RoyalOak Band.
To wrap up this episode, did you want to preview the new single you're going to release pretty soon?
Yes.
We could do that.
Absolutely do that.
All right,
It's
let's
a
get her
fun-
going.
Perfect. All right. I need to readjust my guitar for this one and not hit Mike in the head.
Oh, good.
Bit of
Oh,
a
yeah.
stretch.
We don't want head hitting.
I don't want head hitting. No, not here. Not at Evolution 1079. No. Sir. All right. Cool. Yeah. This is this one as we mentioned, unreleased. This song is called "Why Can't We Work It Out Like We Used to." Usually we just call it Women Crush Wednesday because that's like the start of the acronym, and we thought it was funny. I like sharing that because I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Okay. All right, here we go. They say I'm out of touch, don't know what words to say.
I'm talking way too much. Well, that's what you say to me. We fight, you walk away. You don't have the decency. Can't fight for you to stay. You always give up on me. From lovers to friends, I grew farther apart from you. Feel is a word that we knew. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Your clothes lie on the floor. If only they were for me. I wanted nothing more, just a little sympathy, oh, to make it all up with you. Just wanted to start anew. We please just talk it through. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Driving all night in your Mercedes Benz. Door is all busted so we'd hold it in. Missing those days where we didn't pretend that we gave a fuck for each other, yeah. Driving all night in your Mercedes Benz. Door is all busted so we'd hold it in. Missing those days where we didn't pretend that we cared enough for each other, yeah. Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to? Why can't we work it out like we used to? Yeah. Why can't we work it out like we used to?
What a finale.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why can't we work it out like we used to by RoyalOak here on Live at Evolution? This has been nothing short of special, boys. Thank you so much for joining us this week on Live at Evolution. Where can the viewers find anything RoyalOak related?
At RoyalOak Band.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you touch,
Or
everywhere you
look on
see.
Spotify.
I do. I'm somewhat of a Spotify myself, I must say. I do peruse Spotify quite often. So for all you Spotify's out there,
Yes.
so you'll find us at RoyalOak.
And Apple Music. And
For all
Deezer.
you Apple files, no, it didn't work
No,
there.
didn't work there. And you guys got a website as well?
Yes.
Yes, RoyalOakBand.com.
Yeah. And if you want to talk to us, contact at RoyalOakBand.com is our email as well.
I love that. Well, you heard him. Go and listen to them. RoyalOak today. That's it for this week's episode of Live at Evolution. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jevin Lefebvre, and once again, RoyalOak, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
Thank you, Devin.
See you
having us,
guys
brother.
next time. Stay sweet.